Your team, wait, are you in your room?
Yeah. Oh, no, I'm in prison, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it might be all them that white wall behind you.
No football background goes. We fucking put something there, G.
It's plain and simple, man.
You gotta have something there.
No, but I thought it might just if I put something fancy behind me, it might distract what I'm about to say, innit?
Yeah, but you're wearing a football top.
I want people to pay attention to what I'm saying, not what's in the background.
It's all right. I can edit something in the background. Yeah.
Thank you. Fucking hell. James, get a top on or something.
Welcome to another episode of Can You Last 90 Minutes. Today I'm with Vinny and Gomes. What you might say?
Good, mate.
All good, man.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Currently Arsenal's just drawing 2-2 with Benfica, so not too great, but you know.
You scored again there. You nearly scored again.
Still a lot of time, mate. Still a lot of time in the game.
Yeah, I got money on them, so that's probably why they're not winning.
Yeah. Well, what odds did you get for the Arsenal?
I bet there was an accumulator. I can't even remember what the odds were for them. It was like 3-4, I think. So
yeah, I thought they were favourites, isn't it? Yeah.
Right. Yeah. All right. So cool. This week, we're discussing our Premier League predictions. So when we did this, there was 14 games left. So we were 2/3 through the season. So, you know, like we did have a good idea of who was going to come where kind of already, but it's a tight table. So, you know, it's still tough. It was a tough pick. How do you man find it?
I was all right with it, really. Obviously, I went with Chelsea going second.
I found it a bit difficult with the top four was a bit difficult. I found it difficult between Everton and Leicester. I thought that was a bit tricky.
How did you lot choose? Like, what did you have a method, or you lot just randomly pick who you thought?
Went with the heart, mate.
Just thought, got a feeling. No mathematical method or anything like that. Just what I felt basically. But then when I got to the mid-table bit, that was a bit difficult as well. Because when you get to that mid-table, you just think like it doesn't really matter, innit, around then. But then, yeah.
Yeah, for them teams it matters though. Them teams it matters. You know,
but the relegation was easiest. Like the bottom two was easy. Like obviously Sheffield United and West Brom, like definitely going down. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Everyone went for those. Most people went for Newcastle as well.
Yeah, I did. I went for Newcastle, man. I think Fulham will stay up. I think they got something about them. Definitely more than what Newcastle have.
Let me just say where Sheffield United, obviously they got voted 20th. Like that was I think everyone except for Timmy voted them to come bottom. Oh, and Ricardo, they both said West Brom will come bottom.
Yeah, it's West Brom for me.
What you think? Sheffield overtake them? Yeah,
just West Brom. Just, you know, Big Sam. He hasn't got the magic anymore, man. He hasn't got the powers.
But you say that. But how much more do you think he could have done? Like, I mean, he took over when they were in a bad position anyway, right?
Yeah, they were still about. They were still around. Other clubs hadn't taken off. They haven't. How many games have they won since he's returned?
I don't even know. Maybe one, maybe.
I don't think he's won.
I don't think
he's won a game. They don't have won a game.
They drew against us.
They drew against United, exactly. They haven't won a game. So it's not whether he had time. He's had the time. Let's not give excuses.
You know what the current point differences between them? Was it 4 points?
Is that 2 to 4 points? Yeah, I'm looking now. It's 3 points.
Yeah,
3
exactly.
points.
It's tight. They could. But as I said, like Sheffield United, they're not the same team as last season either, though. That's the thing. They ain't got a goal scorer. No. So it's not like they're out of the woods. Like everyone's looking at them and seeing 3 points.
The capitulation's mad. The capitulation's mad. Like from where they were last season, people are talking about getting into Europe and all this, you know, and to be where they are now, it's a massive drop.
It's a shock, really.
You want second season syndrome?
This is like another level of second season syndrome. This is
For me, I think teams have sussed them out. As in, they're playing high press. They're playing those centre backs coming out from the back, playing those wing backs as well. You know, getting crosses in, and I feel like McBurney hasn't really done anything. And I think Ryan Brewster as well. I mean, I don't think he's been given a chance. And when he does come on, he gives like 20, 30 minutes here and there. I don't know.
Yeah, he had a lot of hype around him though, and they came with a big their record fee as well. So there's a lot of pressure on him to succeed as well. Yeah. But he's young. He's still young. He's young, so he can turn it around any point.
I agree.
Maybe that could dip down to the Championship. You know, that Grealish might do him wonders. He might come up and
It's like Tammy Abraham. Like, you know, you've got to give players more than like 20, 30 minutes a game. Tammy Abraham went to Championship with Swansea and slapped up 25 goals and done that with Aston Villa as well, and brought them up to the Prem. Certain players have got to be given the love in it and the care. You know what I mean?
Nurturing, innit? You need to nurture players. Like,
look at Saka.
Yeah, exactly.
Smith Rowe.
Yeah, it's true. Arsenal, I like Arsenal's academy. Like, we've been doing more with youngsters lately. Like,
I mean, you've been doing it from day one, though.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it's true. Well, what's United saying with that?
Go on, Gomes.
With me, well, I've got them in second.
No, you're youngsters. I think he means.
Oh, sorry, we're talking about youngsters. I thought we were moving on to.
What was you?
Yeah. Sorry, I thought moving to positions. Okay.
What, we went from 20th to first, second.
Are you with us?
Well, I mean, I was hoping like we would play a lot of the youngsters today. I've just seen the lineup, man. With like we got playing Bruno in this game today. It's mad.
Did you win the first leg?
Yeah, we're 4-0 up.
Yeah, you backed it. Remember, I real touched that day. Yeah.
I'm surprised, though. You lot are not winning. You're not beating Chelsea in the weekend. If you're playing Bruno tonight, you lot are shook.
No, I just look with the Chelsea game. I don't know why you're so confident with that, man. I really don't understand where the I mean, I don't look with that result. Yeah, it's one of them things where we have been going through arguably a bit of a dip, but I think in the Chelsea game depends even out. I don't know if Cavani's fit. McTominay, I don't know if he's back either. I'm not sure about the injury update. Pogba's definitely out, I think.
I'm hearing a lot of negativity, Gomes. That's all I'm hearing.
No. I'm just saying. I'm giving an injury update. I'm not making excuses already, man. I'm just
no. I'm not talking about excuses, Gomes. I'm just hearing a lot of.
No, look. I'll be honest with you. When it comes to games like that, it depends, man. Like I don't know which United will show up.
Back your boys, bro.
I don't think you can be so confident to think you'll win it though so easily. I don't think so. I think it'll be.
We're playing shit. And everyone's written us off with Lamps. Even knowing Chelsea fans, I was telling Chelsea fans, don't worry, 5 games will change the season around. Everyone was saying, Chelsea, laughing. Bruv, we're fourth in it.
Who was laughing?
I ain't got my notepad going, so I didn't write this down. But rival fans were saying we're done. Now we're only 6 points behind United and Leicester.
Lampard done the exact same thing.
Yeah, but exactly.
Exactly, James. Exactly.
Here's my question for you. This is the thing. Like, what for me, I would like to ask a lot of Chelsea fans, like, what would be the objective of Chelsea during the beginning of the season? If it's to win the league, then that's delusional because
why?
You can't bring in a whole a fresh new squad and expect them to all of a sudden gel and win the league.
Done it.
Chelsea do that though.
Done it, guys. Where have you been for the last 10 years?
Realistically, but after one season, I think to ask the players that you bought, especially young players like
we've done it.
Havertz. Yeah, but look,
Mourinho, bro, first season with Abramovich at Chelsea, whole new team.
Look, you can bring examples.
Fernandes, fair man, and they won the league easy.
You can bring examples.
United don't do that, guys. We're the blueprint of bringing players and letting them gel ASAP. United.
All I'm saying is for me, I think, compared to the team we had last season, it's a lot of new players, a lot of new positions, and I think that takes time.
It's the same season before. We came fourth.
Build some sort of connection.
Yeah, but I think before we came fourth.
I think your objective this season would be bridging the gap with the top, winning a trophy.
For this
season. I think next season you can look into possibly winning the league. I think if you thought you were going to win the league this season,
why?
I think that's because I don't think
United fan mentality. That's
exactly.
It's not United fan mentality, man. You lot. Wait, do you think I'm content for not winning the league?
Yeah, you're happy being best for the rest for now.
No, I'm not. No way.
I agree.
I'm realistic.
I agree.
I'm realistic. I know for a fact. I said at the beginning.
The realists are coming out.
Yeah,
the realists.
It's
like we're not living in the real world.
I've been consistent. And I've said from the beginning, this season should be about bridging the gap with City and Liverpool. We're now ahead of Liverpool, and as of now, we're 10 points off the top. I don't think we have the squad right now or the mentality to win the Premier League. And
but then don't put those words into a Chelsea fan.
Don't come to me with that.
No, but there's a difference. No, but you're talking about me. But I'm saying there's a difference between wanting to win the league and actually predicting where.
No, we can't. No, but guys, we've done it.
Everyone wants.
Conte's done it, bro. We've done it, bro. We've done it, and we're only what you said now. We're 6 points. We're 16 points behind City, who are on a mad thing, by the way.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
On a mad thing.
Really.
Yeah, they haven't dropped points, and we're only 6 points behind you, and we really should have done better.
But you see, the thing is,
we dropped points.
You see, Frank Lampard's got sacked because of the fact that, you know, the board's come to realization that you can't win the league, and I think that's harsh. I think to sack him just like, and you're talking about where Chelsea are now, 6 points below us. In my opinion, Frank could have done that. Frank could have got you in the same position. Not to say that, you know, with Tuchel coming in, it's not a bad job. I think he's done a great job. I think he's definitely improved you defensively.
But they didn't just sack Lampard because of the league position. Like, he had like the worst record for a child since underneath Abramovich of any manager. So like there was a lot more to it than just that. But I personally. But
you know, Abramovich should get happy though, innit? You know, Abramovich.
Yeah, that's it. If you're not banging for him, he's put enough peas out of his pocket into the team that he's thinking, no, if you're not returning straight away, you're gone. Like even to a legend like Lampard, I hear you. Like, go on.
No, because when I was thinking about your obviously getting to the top four, when I was predicting it, I was even looking at your game against Atletico, and you had players like Pulisic, Havertz, Kante on the bench, and I'm thinking that your squad.
And you asked me why I'm confident. And we're not playing well. You asked me, we don't concede goals.
No, let me finish what I'm saying.
Havertz.
No, let me finish what I'm saying. I'm saying, so looking at that squad is good enough for me to finish in the top four, because I'm thinking about, you look at the top four, a lot of people are thinking Leicester, Everton. I think you would be more.
We've been there, we've done it, we've got the t-shirt, we've signed the contract.
My opinion is to win the league first up with all these new players is asking a bit too much. I think you need them to have some sort of chemistry and form some kind of chemistry.
But we've done it before. This is why I say we could have done it.
Okay, you're going by past.
Yeah, but Gomes, you're saying that because you've seen it at United where they've tried to do that and it's never worked.
Exactly, it don't work for you, bro.
Say that, like, you spent so much peas in the last few couple seasons. Like,
remember
Louis Van Gaal, you spent like 200+ mil, and it's just never worked.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. But then look at Liverpool. Liverpool took a long time to get where they were to win, and then they won the Champions League, and the next season won the Premier League. But look how long
the Premier League they haven't won in 20 years.
It's not about how many times they won it. I'm saying they built a team to win the Champions League and then the Premier League. So they couldn't win it. Like, if you think about it, I think it was about 4 years ago, I think they finished fourth with near enough the same team. And then they jumped way up to second and then ended up winning the league the season after. So what I'm saying is that this could be the same thing for Chelsea, but I think to see it happen right now, I think that's kind of asking for a bit too much if you're really thinking it should happen.
But yeah, guys, that's why you're not a Chelsea fan. So anyway, let's go to the next team.
Let's get back to the table. Innit? I think we've been on this tangent.
Yeah.
All right, so obviously bottom resoundingly was Sheffield. West Bromwich came 19th, and then 18th. This was a tight one between Fulham and Newcastle. But yeah, Newcastle came 18th, Fulham 17th. So yeah, everyone thinks Fulham's going to turn it around and survive.
I mean, Scott Parker's doing he's doing a good job, man. I mean, at the start of the season, he's got them playing decent football, but like
you got them the right signings.
Yeah, and I think they're steely now. They're a bit more steely,
They're a big side. Like, all of their players on average like 6 foot plus. I think like there's not a small player in them.
Like Loftus-Cheek and that.
Reed, huh?
The Loftus-Cheek, like
the bombing big man, like that Tosin Adarabioyo is like 6'4", all tall, like big. So that they're like hard to beat, like, you know what I mean? A tough team.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, they got players like Loftus-Cheek, they got players like Lookman who I think can get them over the line.
That's why I went.
Newcastle got a few problems, man. I just feel they've just got chemistry problems within that team. Like, just.
I'll interject there quickly, Holmes. I feel like it's more to do with COVID. It's messed them up. Their training ground camp was cut off for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, obviously because of quarantine. A lot of their players got it. So Maximan only just come back.
Yeah, the biggest player for them.
He's been out for time, innit? And like obviously Yedlin and other players like that got COVID, and I don't think it was great for their team chemistry. And I don't know. I feel like they're running out of steam.
Say Maximan's a good player, innit?
Great player.
Yeah, he's
a good player.
He's going to a big club next season. I've been saying this guy like from Lyon, James.
Marseille, but he'll go Everton, I reckon. He'll go to that team like Everton. He'll go
to a top 6. He'll go to a top 6 team, definitely.
Sorry, it wasn't even Marseille. Sorry, I'm chatting shit. It was Nice.
It was Nice.
Yeah, Nice.
I'm literally about to just fact check you there, mate. Fact check you.
Let me correct myself there. I remember.
So he's definitely going to Arsenal then, top 6, right? Definitely going to Arsenal.
Yeah, well, we're going by
we'll get into you later, innit?
Cool. Come on then.
Alright, so yeah, and then after Fulham, it was like we're down to them dead teams now. Like, this is where I think everyone really just like didn't really care who came there. But 16th we had Brighton, 15th we had Burnley, and then 14th we had Palace. So them three were all the next like group of teams that were together.
What do you two think about Palace?
I reckon if Roy Hodgson leaves, it'll be very interesting because a lot of people.
Waskly Roy.
Yeah, man. Like, I know, because for me, I think like people were complaining about him before, saying like
I like
they wanted him out.
Remember him at Fulham?
Yeah.
He's a bit of a dinosaur now, though.
People thought he was,
he's always been a dinosaur. He's always been a dinosaur.
But he's doing a decent job there. I think if he goes, what could happen to them would be interesting. I still think they got players like Zaha and Eze, and they got good players there. They got some decent players. Townsend, and those players will be able to keep Palace, I think, in the league. But it'll be interesting to see what happens when he goes, man. I feel
like he's got them to a place where he's not going any further with them, though. Every season,
that's the thing,
getting 14th, 13th, 15th.
But what do you expect Palace, though? What do you expect from Palace? Like, what do you think they should be?
You want to move up that next level, like, you know what I mean? As any club, whatever club you are, you want to always, like, with Roy Hodgson, he's been at that position for a while. They haven't moved up the next level for, like, they've invested money as well. You can't even say they haven't. They've brought in a couple players. Like, they got that Mateta on loan. Yeah. Obviously, that's not really spending money, but, like, that's what they needed. But yeah, like they haven't grown, they haven't progressed. No,
I feel like their team has so much to give. Like I feel like even in an area they are, they've got a lot of ballers in South London, and they could do a lot with the community, with the players of that community, because they actually brought a lot of players through. Mitchell, Klein came through obviously years ago, but like, I'm just saying, like they've got a good nucleus. They just need like maybe 1 or 2 marquee signings to get them to their next. Because I rate them better than West Ham, but West Ham are showing me that obviously I feel like West Ham got bigger financial backing, bigger presence, but like
they have a better squad overall, like much better squad overall.
They do. Now looking at it, they do, but I feel like the manager, it's the manager that can get the players do next things, isn't it?
Yeah, but if you look at the players he's got, like who's he playing at centre back? Is it like Tompkins and Scott Tan? Like they're like 35 years old, like
they're not rugged English defenders, like
Like Van Aanholt, he's good, but he's like another like one that's like 33 or however old he is.
33?
Like,
no, he's not 33. Don't lie, bro.
No, Van Aanholt is in his 30s. I think he is in his 30s, man.
31 maybe. 30.
Is he?
Yeah. He's been around for time. He played for Chelsea, didn't he?
Bloody hell.
He played for your youth team. I think he came from your academy, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, because bloody hell, we're 30.
I'm not yet.
Oh, mate, why? Yeah, you will be in next month, man. In it, 2 months.
3 months.
But like, out of them 3 teams, no one even wants to talk about Brighton and Burnley.
No. You know what? I don't really know what to say. I mean, with Brighton and at the moment Burnley, it's just I don't think they'll ever get. I mean, Burnley especially, I can't see them getting relegated under Sean Dyche. I can't see them getting anywhere near the top half either. Oh, by the way, you've just scored. You've just scored 3-2. Aubameyang.
I'm one. That's what I want to hear. That's what
happy for you, Jayden. That's Champions League, maybe. So what happens if you win? What happens if you win Europa League or Tottenham? Do you know any of the?
Didn't they give an extra spot now? Like so, like you can still like come top 4.
No, if you win, if you win the Europa League. And it doesn't matter. 5 teams can get in, but obviously, if a team in 5th or 6th wins the Champions League, then I think they get the position in 4th. I think that team can't go through. I think I might be wrong about that. It was like that.
If someone comes 4th, and if someone wins champs, Europa League, someone get knocked out in it. Basically,
it happened with Tottenham.
Yeah, it did happen years ago.
Yeah, but I think they changed it now so that 5 teams can go through. So even if we win the Europa League, top 4 still go. Don't hold me to that. Like, it means someone needs to check this.
I didn't know they changed that. I didn't know they changed that.
Production?
But I think they did.
Fair enough.
But, so that's like now we start getting to a bit more, interesting teams and that. So the next 3 teams that were like tied together was Southampton, Wolves, and Leeds. So Leeds came 13th, Southampton came 12th, and Wolves came 11th.
I think that's fair.
Yeah, I think. Would you ever think Leeds will come higher than Southampton? Huh?
Leeds are too crazy for me.
Yeah, if they beat them 3-0 the other day, just smack them up quick.
They can.
I know.
They can either win 5-0 or just like concede so many goals. That's just how they play. And
Yeah.
Bielsa doesn't change his style, does he?
Nah, he doesn't. He's
It's
a stickler for his like high energy, like you're gonna say, pressing, like, and like just feel like his games are just mad. Like, just players are just everywhere. Like, you got the right back maybe up front, you got the centre forward at centre back. Yeah, I just feel like they got their team chemistry is on past 100. I don't know what it is, like they're interchangeable positions for Bielsa, and like why is he always on his knees? Like,
I was gonna say that he should have the strongest legs, but he's always like crouching down and strong the whole game.
No, yeah, let me not even say what I was about to say. But yeah, like, he's always on his knees. Like, just he's 70 as well. Like, he must be strong. Like you're saying.
But you know what? Like,
do you think that he like actually can speak English and he's just trolling everyone, he's just pretending he can't speak Spanish?
You know what? I used to think about Pochettino because he was speaking Spanish for all his interviews, and all of a sudden he just came out of all the English lingo. I don't know where did that come from. But no, with Leeds, yeah, because when we beat them, what was it, 6-2, right?
Yeah,
I think it was.
Something like that.
I remember even we were like 5-1 up and they scored to make it 5-2. I was thinking, I'm not saying I was worried we'll end up drawing the game, but I was thinking they could score another 1 or 2 goals here. I never felt just comfortable in that game. Like they just come at you, but the amount of space they're leaving behind, man. Jeez, like
yeah, it's true. It's because of that high press that they put, isn't it? Like, and like Meslier at the back, like he's a good goalie, but he's a bit jittery, man. He's a bit jittery, bruv. Like sometimes I'm thinking, I know he's
like 20, isn't he?
Yeah, he's young, but I mean, if you're old enough, you're good enough, innit?
On Football Manager, he's like one of them wonder kids. Like his stats go mad. Like 5 years in,
if you're old enough, you're good enough.
Yeah.
So we have to rate everyone fairly because there's players like Casillas, came in 1920. Well, we're not saying he's young then. We're saying he's sick. He's a sick goalie. Yeah. So we should give. If you're old enough, you're good enough. I mean, that's what I think.
Yeah, it's true. But he's in the Prem and he's still not doing bad. Like, you know what I mean? He has made some good saves. Like he's done.
I agree.
Like, you know what I mean?
I agree.
So yeah, that was the bottom 10. Like yeah, now we'll go into the top 10. So it gets interesting, especially for me. Birds would say, but we voted Arsenal 10th overall.
Hey.
You know what I mean? I think it's realistic that I can't say too much really this season. It's a building block right now under Arteta. I don't think we're gonna have any instant success for a little while, but hopefully we stick with him. Like I am seeing progress.
Yeah, can I just ask you on that though? So yeah, go on, TV.
No.
No, what I was gonna say is that like it's good to know that you're actually sticking with a manager, but then do you not feel that you should be doing better than where you are now? Maybe because like I don't know. Because when I look at your squad, I think being 10th, I don't know. Like you should be a bit. I thought you were gonna finish a bit higher than that personally. Like you know.
Yeah, I'd want us to, and I think we are underperforming. Like no one would say we're not, but you like against City the other day, for example, like that was a 1-0. It was a close game. We didn't look bad, so there's things I can take out of every game that they're positives. Like I'm not saying we're far from complete in it. Like we got as long as we have David Luiz and Xhaka in the team, we're not doing anything in it. Like we need to get rid of them. Like Thomas Partey needs to stay injury free. Like Aubameyang looks like he's scoring again. Like hopefully that carries through into the league as well. Like we could have a strong finish to the season. Maybe finish a bit higher. Like I had us coming 8th, but you know, depends on a lot of things. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got Arsenal higher as well. Like I've got a slight crush on Arsenal, man. I don't know why. Like I've got Arsenal here. Looks like they've got them as 7th. What am I doing?
We got Arsenal 7th.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think that I just feel like right now they're on form, and like if you go through to the next round Europa League, like you're gonna have the confidence that you need to push on, man. Like certain clubs, Liverpool falling away, Spurs falling away, Villa falling away, Arsenal and Everton, they're on a trajectory, on an upwards.
Yeah, but you know what? you know how I did it? Yeah, I looked at the remaining fixtures, innit? So the remaining 14 games, and then like I basically said, if I thought they'll win, draw, or lose, and then added the points up, and then that's how I got the positions. Okay. So like for example, Arsenal and Everton had like quite an easy finish to the season. So did Liverpool, to be fair. That's why I put them a bit higher, but than quite a lot of people. But a lot of people, if you don't look at the fixtures, you probably wouldn't think that. And the way they've been playing, even to be fair, the fixtures don't really matter in the way they've been playing, they can lose to anyone right now. So
and they got injuries, man.
Yeah.
Got injuries, man. And then like Klopp just lost his mum. Like, so that club is all on a mad thing right now. They're all over the place.
They just got in, 2 new centre backs, was it? 2,
yeah,
I think.
Cabal, something like that.
But what I say about Liverpool though is that like they were in a conversation like last season when they won the league. Obviously, they were in a conversation of being being one of the best Premier League teams of all time. And I think even with injuries, like obviously the Van Dijk injury is a big injury. We know how important he is to that team and how they play, but to crumble like how they have, like I don't think it justifies it enough, man. Like, okay, you got your best centre half out. Okay, even Joe Gomez is out as well. But like,
that's their 2 centre backs, Gomes.
No, but you should still have adequate replacements. That's what the whole point of having a squad is. Like, for example, if
they have Fabinho, bro.
But Fabinho's not really a centre half, is he? Like,
he can play. He
can play there, yeah. But what I'm trying to say is they shouldn't really pull Fabinho from that defensive midfield position into a centre half position. This
is why you have a squad, Gomes.
But that's what I mean. That Liverpool should have other defenders in there who can replace Van Dijk.
Okay, let's name their centre backs then. Van Dijk, yeah. Gomes. Yeah. Who else?
They got Gomes, they got Matip.
Fabinho, Matip, who's injured as well.
Matip's injured as well, yeah.
So Gomes, that's 3 centre-back injuries, Gomes. Like, you're going on like that's normal.
Well, like looking at,
they're playing Henderson at centre-back.
And now he's injured.
Yeah, but he worked.
But I know, exactly.
But I don't know. I think it's not the season's not over yet. We actually don't know whether Liverpool could actually bounce back from where they are. If they're
not going to do anything, guys. Let's
one of wins. No. I'm not saying they win the league. No. But I'm saying
I'm not talking about win the league. I'm just saying bounce back. What do you mean by bounce back?
Bounce back.
You know what? Yeah, Giles is going to put everyone's predictions into the actual video, so all the people watching can see what everyone said, like who came where, and then at the end of the season we'll come back and we'll see that. So that, you know what I mean?
So guys, when you say bounce back, what do you mean?
No, just bounce back in getting Champions League football. Not to say that's an accomplishment, but
you reckon?
I think Liverpool will take it now. Now Liverpool will be like, okay, like they'll take being in the top 4. That's the aim right now. Because if they don't get into the top 4, then I mean, I don't know. They're still in the Champions League. They could try and win that, but I don't see them.
Gomes, they're not getting top 4, fella. They're not getting top 4, fella.
No. I'm just saying what for them, for them, that's their bounce back, getting into the top 4. That's because you asked me, innit? Like, what would I mean by bouncing back? That's what I mean.
I just feel like it's unrealistic, though. I thought you were talking about being a realist earlier.
Well, you don't. we think they got absolutely no chance of getting top 4.
No chance, Gomes.
Oh, I mean, how many
points
Leicester?
Are there? You haven't seen Man United.
But how many points are they off 4th at the moment?
I'll show you now.
I mean, to say no chance. I'm not saying they will. I'm just saying like
they're 5 points. They're 5 points off.
Or
5 points off. Yeah, 5 points, and they've got all those injuries, and they're not scoring goals up top.
Yeah, look, I'm not saying it will happen. I'm just saying that would be what I would say as a good season for them, good end of the season if they were to get that, basically. Yeah, but if they do or don't, I don't know, innit?
No chance.
Wait, one second, I'm coming back.
No chance, I think, for them. I just feel like their morale's gone, man. Their morale's gone.
But even with those injuries, Timmy, do you think that's good enough though to be where they are, like to crumble like that?
Yeah, I mean, it happens. It happens. It's not good enough, no, but it happens, Combs. You can't say. I mean, this is why
they were getting packed off. They were getting packed off last season, though, man.
I know, but these things happen, Combs. COVID, injuries, like form, that backroom stuff, like changes, these things happen. I mean, like you say, they're 5 points from top 4, so it's not been that crazy, but they've not gelled this year. Like certain players, Alexander-Arnold at right back, conceding goals for fun. Like they're just.
Sorry, I had technical difficulties. My alarm going off in the background for timing. I can hear it. I didn't know where it was. Is that some next smoke alarm?
Yeah.
All good.
All good. Sorry about that.
Right, next place. I think we've ran over Liverpool.
Next one. So next positions, 9th, 8th, and 7th was Villa, Spurs, and then West Ham.
Yeah, man, Spurs. I mean, from where they were at the beginning of the season, A lot of people guilty of just, kind of maybe blowing out a bit of proportion, I think Harry Redknapp came out saying like, this could be their year to win the league. I mean, I think people are getting a bit giddy. I mean, I think because it's Jose as well, isn't it? It's Jose, right? So
it's Jose Mourinho. They got Gareth Bale back. Like,
they got gassed. But my own dad gave me 50 quid to put a bet on Tottenham to win the league when they were top. Look at them now, mate.
I love it.
Do you think do you think Jose's got an excuse with maybe the defense of Spurs? Like, for example, we all know like with Jose's teams, the defense is solid, but that defense isn't really his. Like, obviously he signed Reguilon, but apart from that,
Matt Doherty as well.
Matt Doherty,
he hasn't done anything.
More of a squad player, though,
isn't it? You loved Eric Dyer anyway. You loved Eric Dyer. If you watched
Me?
Not you, mate.
No, not you, man. Jose Mourinho. He actually you know what I mean? That was like, he would have probably bought him to another club. It's like that.
What's he wanted with Dyer?
He wanted him for us. He wanted him for us, I remember.
What do you think of Eric Dyer?
I liked him a few years ago, like when he was playing in midfield, when he was playing as like in that deeper role. But I wouldn't really.
I prefer him as a centre back, but I just don't think he's as good. Yeah, but I just don't think he's lived up to the potential. Like, I think he could have been a lot better than what he was. Considering he got put into the Tottenham team from quite a young age, got a lot of first team football, he never really stepped up to the next level.
Yeah, Dyer just for me is like, he's always got a mistake in him. Like, look at him the other day, like he's doing disco dancing on the floor, like conceding red cards, and like he's slow. I just feel like he's lucky to be a Tottenham centre back. Like, he's lucky to be a starter. I feel like.
He looks
like Maguire or Dyer.
Dyer.
Maguire. Maguire, man. I'm not being biased. But for England, we all know Maguire's going to get picked over Dyer for England.
Yeah. But why though? What's Maguire? Who's Maguire like? Did he shag like someone's missus or something? Like, what's he done?
Well, I mean, last season, surprisingly, we actually had a good defensive record. Him and Lindelof had a very good. I think we conceded the least amount of goals from open play.
Yeah, but
I'm not saying
that though. Now you're talking about your team as a whole, the whole team stats. Like Maguire himself
as a defender.
It's
not great.
He's not a calamity. I mean, I wouldn't say he's a calamity. That's going a bit. You're being a bit harsh.
I'll put my hands up. I really used to rate him. I used to rate him, but
I think I'm being a bit harsh.
But now I've seen his progression. He's not progressed. He's declined so badly.
See, this is the thing. See, this is the thing with him. I don't think. I think he's come for big money, and I think people expected him to have that Van Dijk factor. But I think what he's done is, I just don't think he's. I think in defensively, like the stats I gave you earlier, that shows that defensively he's done a decent job because he's played every single minute for us. So with a defensive record like that, you've got to put it on him.
There's a lot of players that can play every single minute. But
I can tell you, I've seen Maguire on the picture literally calling for the other centre back to come help him.
No. So this is it. I think when you play him and Lindelof together, that doesn't help Maguire. I think playing a centre half with a lot of pace will help him, and I think you can see a better defender.
I agree.
Yeah, or even Eric Bailly. I think you'll see a better Harry Maguire with a centre half who can. Our problem is we don't push up enough, because obviously we can't because we haven't got the pace to go back. I think, and that's the biggest problem of it. I think Maguire's stagnated.
Well, let's go back because you do have the pace. Let's actually hold up there. You've got Wan-Bissaka and Luke Shaw, who are very quick going back.
I'm talking about the centre half. I'm talking more of the centre halves. I'm talking about that. That's why we have a high line.
But you have a goalkeeper like De Gea that plays a high line, like that. You can play that.
He's not really. His ball.
You're making excuses for Maguire. You're making.
No, I don't. I don't think he's improved, and I don't think he's declined. I think he's just stagnated. And I think for the money that we paid for him,
you don't think
that's not good enough. I'm not going to say.
You don't think he was playing better at Leicester?
That's why you bought him.
He was better at home.
Well,
we bought him based on that. But I think what it is, I think people are looking at the price tag more than anything. And I think the reason why he went for so much money.
I'm looking at how he was playing before he joined United. He looked like an actual world-class centre-back at one point.
Who did he have playing? Who did he have playing alongside him? He had Evans. Was it Evans playing alongside him?
Evans.
Was that?
And Evans, I think it was Evans.
Yeah. Look, I think that early on in the season he wasn't playing well, but I can also put that down to, I'm not making excuses yet, but I can also put that down to a lack of pre-season, what he was going down personally.
Everyone had a lack of pre-season.
No, but we had, I think, because of our Europa League fixtures, it might be more. But I'm putting down more to his personal problems. Obviously, what happened in Greece, that obviously
he was
played in his mind.
before that.
So no one told him to go to Greece.
What you mean towards the end of the season?
Saying he went on holiday and got arrested and say that's the reason he played.
No, I'm saying that played a part. I'm saying that played a part to maybe his decline towards the beginning of the season. But I think so far this season, I think we've made a lot of defensive errors. But I think Lindelof's been a problem. But he's been like, I don't know if you watched the West Brom game.
I watched it.
Lindelof's frailties literally showed right there.
But if you had a Van Dijk who carry the other defender, Maguire can't do that, and he's the most expensive defender now.
Well, no, he can carry the ball. Let's not lie. Maguire does carry the ball forward. He carries the ball.
I'm saying he can carry another centre back. He can't carry if the other centre back next to him is dead. He's not there.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
He's not a leader. He's not a leader.
No, he's not a leader, and I agree with that. I think if we had a centre half, I'm not saying we should have like a Sergio Ramos type of personality, and take that kind of a responsibility away from Maguire, you'll see a much better defender, and take the captaincy away from him, because I don't think he's
not a material captain. I feel like sometimes he's just shook. Sometimes, like when he's playing, he just looks confused. Like he's had a zoot before the game, and like he doesn't know where he is. Like, and he's like blocking his own defenders and like corners.
That's like me at five-a-side, isn't it? We used to play going goals.
It must be like the pressure of playing for United, isn't it? Like
he's England captain. What are you talking about?
Yeah. The pressure's got to that big head of his.
I think those memes have got to him, bro. Oh well, do you remember those memes in the World Cup?
that head you're talking about is handy because he wins every ball in the air. I can tell you that.
Yeah, but he doesn't score any goals when it comes to corners.
Yeah, that's true. That's true because he wins all the headers in the box and the corners. I don't get how none of them go in the back of the net.
He's not a goal scorer and defender. He doesn't know how to score goals at all.
But wasn't he doing that at Leicester a lot? Was he scoring quite a lot of headers at Leicester?
Yeah, I swear he was. United, that's why he was known as the goal scoring defender. He used to get like 4 or 5 goals.
At Hull he was scoring. That Hull he was scoring as well. At Hull he was doing a bit, but I don't know. United is a club, man.
Took that out of him. Dissipated that part of his play. Like, go on.
You guys United,
All right. So let's recap that. 10th was Arsenal, 9th was Villa, 8th was Spurs, and then we didn't really talk about this, but we've heard West Ham to come 7th. They've been having a great season, isn't it? A great season.
Yeah. Credit David Moyes, man. He's found his place.
Yeah, my friend used to say, credit David Moyes.
I mean, I like what's going on with him at the moment, man. Like, I felt bad for him after what happened at United, you know. I think he chose the wrong jobs. I think going to Sunderland was like, why are you going to go to a club where I think at the point they're already kind of doomed to get relegated during that time anyway. I don't know if they got relegated that season. I think they might have. I don't know what happened there with him. But I think at West Ham, isn't it the second time he's there at West Ham? It's his second spell, isn't it?
Yes.
I'm sure it is.
Yes, it is. Yes. It is.
But I tell you what, if they get into Europe, man,
I think he coached them at Upton Park.
I can't even remember.
He coached them at Upton Park.
No, what is it? I can't even remember that.
David Moyes.
I can't even remember that one. I remember that Pardew, them man there, and they were there. I didn't have that Alex Herbishley, but no David Moyes. I can't remember that one.
Was he there?
There's Sam Allardyce, they're bare man. I can't remember David Moyes.
Yeah, bro. He was there, bro. He was there in 2017, 2018.
Was he?
Yeah.
I didn't even remember that.
But you know, you were comparing them to Crystal Palace earlier. I mean, I think they've still got good. I think West Ham's team have been playing well, like Rice and Soucek together. Mm-hmm. Bowen, I think Bowen's a good player, you know.
Yeah, Jared, but yes, my guy. I think about Jared. You know Jared Bowen, I've been saying that guy for time.
We need a right winger, and I can't see why we can't look at him to solve our issues there.
You know what you're saying about comparing Palace and West Ham though? West Ham do invest a lot more piece than Palace.
They do. They have the backing though. They got the piece though.
Yeah.
They've got the piece. They've got 2 co-owners, so obviously they've got 2 streams of income, and they've got Karen Brady. I don't know. She used to be there, obviously, but I don't know what she's involved in there anymore.
Yeah, but what's that Palace got? What's his name? Simon Church, Jordan Parrish.
Yeah, Jordan Parrish. Yeah, Jordan Parrish and yeah. No, you're right. And
something like that.
The guy blonde. He's got blonde hair now. That guy. Yeah, him. Yeah, but I don't think he's putting Simon Jordan, something like that.
Yeah. He's on Talk Sport.
He's him. But yeah, I just feel like the West Ham just see themselves probably as a big club anyway. I feel. Probably.
Yeah.
That's why they got that stadium. And Crystal Palace haven't, got a big stadium now. They've been in that area for how long? Been to that stadium. I mean, it's crap. Probably that's why their level is. West Ham think they're better, and they're fourth now. So
we've heard them come higher than Spurs, Arsenal, like a lot of teams. Like, is that going on? Like how they've been playing this season then?
With West Ham.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Hammers. They've impressed me. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, I always think of West. I always reminisce about certain players of West Ham, like Di Canio and Canute. Back in the day when I used to watch, as a kid.
Matthew Everton.
Yeah. I hate that.
Carlton Cole.
Yeah,
Cole.
Who else did they have?
Kevin Nolan was there for a bit.
Yeah, Kevin Nolan. Yeah.
Lingard's been playing well in it. He's been playing.
Lingardinho.
Yeah, he's got his smile on his face again.
Yeah, that's all he needed. The minutes under the belt again. He has it in him. Apparently, that's all the commentators have been saying every time he's playing. Is like it's mad how fit he looks considering how long he hasn't played first team football for. He's come back like he hasn't been out. Not like, you know what I mean. What
I loved about him at United was his movement off the ball. Like he would always find space.
Dancing.
That as well, yeah. Especially when he scored against Arsenal, like how many times he made Emirates to the dance floor, man. I remember in the FA Cup. I think we were watching it together. He was moonwalking, man. I remember that. That was the last. I think that's the last time we even beat Arsenal, mate. I think that's been that long since we beat you. Fuck.
Yeah.
Arsenal United games are boring now, man.
That's the other thing I was gonna say earlier. Yeah, that everyone put so much hype on this Chelsea United game on the weekend, and it'll be a 0-0. It'll be some dead game. Like you'll expect goals and nothing will happen. It'll be an edgy game. Nothing will happen. No one will want to lose it, so it'll end up.
You say this, Jada. I don't know. I feel like maybe because we've been having so many clean sheets, it's gonna be a dumb game where something dumb's gonna happen.
Do you reckon we'll start Chilwell, or do you reckon Alonso's gonna start? We'll start Alonso over him.
We all know Chilwell's a better player, but I don't know what Tuchel's saying. Maybe he's trying to do what Mourinho.
You don't like English, man. Hudson-Odoi, Chilwell. He's trying to get rid of all of them.
True.
It's because of Brexit, innit? He's like, fuck you guys. No Brexit in this place.
What do you think about that thing that he said about Callum Hudson-Odoi's attitude? He's like, his attitude's not right. That's why he brought him on and then subbed him up.
If a coach thinks that's what the coach sees and that's what the coach thinks. But I didn't watch the game, to be honest. I didn't see it happen. But I heard he just wasn't happy with his attitude. I don't know. I just feel like Hudson-Odoi hasn't really lived up to what he could have brought to Chelsea.
What's that mean though? Like he didn't have the right attitude. Like he thought he was too good. Like he thought he should have been starting.
Maybe his body language, innit? Maybe he just saw his body language. Maybe slouching. Maybe he wasn't running back to his position.
You reckon that's why he hasn't taken off yet? You know what I mean? How old is he? 21, 20
something like that. 21. But I mean, he started him against Atletico though, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
I don't think, yeah.
And this is exactly why I think that people kind of maybe looked a bit into it too much, in what he said. I don't really have that much of a problem when a manager makes decisions like that, I don't like it when a manager maybe slags off a player in front of, in a press conference, because he can do that privately. But I think taking him off like the way he did and maybe coming out what he said wasn't the worst thing. But I don't know. I think starting him suggested that he does see something in him. Otherwise, he wouldn't have started.
I think that will affect Hudson-Odoi's confidence.
It does.
You know what I mean? You got scored and subbed off like that, and then the manager comes out and says your attitude's not right as well.
That's never happened to me, but
two ways. It could kick him on, or it could make him just think, fuck this,
Well, we'll see, innit? Hopefully he's got the mental strength, take the criticism and use it to his positive, to his advantage. Because, what the production team said, Lampard didn't play him either. So,
is there something else going on?
What's going on? What is going on?
Because I know when I play that FIFA or Football Manager, whatever, I start him and play him every game, and he gets sick. But you've got to give him that time to do that, and no managers really give. Now Tuchel kind of is a bit more, giving him a bit more time and that. So hopefully he can do something with it.
Can I just say, obviously Foden is the focal point when it comes to young English talent, but Mason Mount has got to be. Did
you say Bukayo Saka?
No. I'm saying Phil Foden has been in the conversation of being one of the best young talents. Saka as well.
The best English under 21, you mean?
Yeah, No, I would put him there as well. Yeah, I'll put him in the conversation. I'm not talking about him yet. Let's shift him aside for now. I'm talking about Mason Mount. Mate, that guy impresses me every time I watch him, man.
Yeah, he's good. Lampard's prodigy, isn't it? The next Lamps.
Yeah, I guess. He gives the energy in it. He brings the energy to the team.
And he scores, he shoots. That's what I like about him. He takes the shot.
You know what? He's actually. I've actually been like, obviously you've criticised him before, but like he actually brings the passion and energy to the squad that what the squad needs in it, and that's what teams need. Is like the Henderson factor. You know what I mean? He might not be like sparkles, but like he brings the energy and like the consistency in it. Like 7, 6. What you know what I mean? Said, 6, 7 out of 10 every game, and that's what you need from certain players, isn't it?
Do you think arguably,
even to be fair, yeah, even he'll give higher than a 6. Like you're getting a 7. Like he's playing solid every game minimum. Even if he doesn't score, he's working hard. Like you know that you're getting that from him every game.
But Chrissy said that's a given, though, isn't it? Should there not be a given?
But it should be a given, but it's not.
It's not. Exactly, it's not.
What is the bar that low?
Even in the Premier League, there's a lot of players that are slack, that don't work hard.
That's humans, V. That's humans, V. That's humans, isn't it?
I think it's Chelsea's. I think he's been Chelsea's best player, personally. I think he's been Chelsea's best player this season. I think I would put him as so far. I mean, who would you think? Would you put him over? I think it would be him.
Yeah, I agree.
Definitely be it.
I agree. I'll put him.
I'm thinking. I mean, what? Kovacic. You're not rating Kovacic?
Yeah, Kovacic.
He's been in there doing bits. He's silky. Kovacic wins the ball.
I rate Kovacic highly. I rate him.
Kovacic is a better player than Matt. Let's not lie. Yeah.
The way he drives the ball forwards.
Best player or best midfielder?
I'm the best player for Chelsea this season.
Thiago Silva could be up there in the conversation then.
Yeah, but it's just injuries. He just gets injured, like, and he doesn't play.
When he does play,
he does look like a Rolls Royce, isn't it? A Rolls Royce, yeah. But I just feel like Kovacic has been the mainstay, like, in the squad, isn't it? Like, when it comes to silky. I know Mount's giving the energy, 6'8", I love it, but like, Kovacic gives the energy as well. Like, let's not lie. Kovacic gives the energy and he's silky with it.
Yeah, but I'm sure Mount's your top goal scorer as well. I'm pretty sure.
Kovacic needs to add that to his game. He doesn't score enough. But Mount is the guy to shoot, innit? He's been that guy anyway. But yeah, let's go to the next.
Before we move on, can I just ask you, what do you think is the difference right now between what Lampard was doing and what Tuchel was doing, if there is any?
It's the players, bruv. Or it's the tactics. It's the type of tactics that the players probably seen Tuchel do it at Dortmund. They've seen him do it at PSG. That he's managed Neymar. That he's managed Pulisic before. That he's won the German Cup, whatever. He's won the French league. Lampard ain't done that. He weren't given the time or respect in it really. He's done it at Derby really, and then done it with youngsters. So, and the players that were there before have won leagues. They've won leagues. Obviously, Lampard won leagues with some of these players. Let's not forget that though. Like, let's not forget that. But like,
it's true.
Like, some of these players obviously didn't probably respect him as a manager, and Abramovich didn't give him time in it really. Let's not lie. And maybe he was a bit stubborn with Werner, but Werner's been playing on the left, and Werner hasn't really lived up to his price tag.
Yeah, he ain't even done it under Tuchel either. Like, yeah.
I was saying with Werner, you definitely have to give him another. You got to look into him more next season.
Yeah, I agree.
Of his age.
But at what point does he become another Fernando Torres?
Don't ask Timmy that question, man. I think, don't.
What's wrong with Fernando? It wasn't great, but
scored in the Champions League. Scored important goal in the Champions League against Barcelona.
For me, exactly.
But I mean more in the terms of he was a pedigree striker and he came and he never did that again.
Come with an injury. Let's talk about context, bro. Let's talk about context. He come from an injury after World Cup. He didn't play good for Spain anywhere as well.
Yeah, exactly. When Liverpool sold him, he wasn't in form when Liverpool sold him in the first place.
He was finished, and even then he still scored goals. Yeah, let's not lie.
It was almost like when we signed Sanchez. Like, Sanchez, I thought was on a decline when we actually signed him from Arsenal.
What? If he stayed at he's mad.
No, he wasn't on a decline. It wasn't a decline.
No, I don't think he wasn't.
He was on a decline.
No. When we signed him from Arsenal that season, I don't think he wasn't putting up the same numbers as he did the previous season.
Yeah, that season he did.
I don't think.
Before he was still good.
Oh yeah, the season. The season before that. Yeah, that season before that he did really well. But I think the season we signed him in January. I think that particular season. That's what I mean. That particular season, I don't think he was. He wasn't the same player, man, as he was.
Our production team just said he was broken from carrying Arsenal.
Yeah.
That Ozil and Sanchez connection, I loved that little duo. That at that point in time, we weren't winning anything, but like them two were looking sick for us. Like, I thought we could beat any team just having them two on the pitch. Like, they were always going to do something. Like,
Alexis was the best player actually in the Premier League a season before he joined us. At that time.
I thought he was going to go City and kill it. That's what I thought.
He should have gone there.
Yeah. All right, well, let's go on to the top 6 now, yeah? This is where it gets sticky. All right, so should I just do it one at a time, yeah? Each position.
Yeah, go on.
All right, 6th place was Liverpool. I think a lot of people voted them like to come around 5th or 6th. Like, yeah, pretty much.
I'll put them in 5th, yeah.
I had them 4th.
I got them 8th, innit?
Yeah, you had them 8th. Yeah, all of this will be available for everyone to see as well. So like, let us know what you lot think about our predictions as well. But
I feel like we touched on Liverpool already.
Yeah. We can move on from Liverpool. They're not the same team as last year. We can just leave it at that one, innit? A lot of injuries, whatever. Okay, then 5th. This was where it gets tight now as well. Was the other Merseyside team, Everton.
Yeah, Everton have impressed me, man. From the start of the season when they play Spurs, I had them to beat Spurs that game. Like Everton were underdogs, but it's just James has come in. Ancelotti's got some bromanship or bro love with James Rodriguez. Bayern, Real.
He plays well for him every time he comes in. He does stuff like.
And you were saying about Doucouré as well coming in, like from Watford, like just solid players like that.
Allen was looking good at the beginning of the season.
He was. Calvert-Lewin as well, obviously, yeah. Obviously that's a bait one, but like I'm talking about like the players that have made Everton solid, like at the back, like as well. Like obviously, who's
I'm saying this
Michael Keane,
yeah,
Firmino.
Calvert-Lewin, like they would not be there. Like Richarlison's not like getting that many goals behind him, is he? Like,
true,
you know what I mean?
true.
He's carrying them slightly, like.
True. But I feel like it's more to it. Like I feel like there's more to the goals that just Calvert-Lewin scoring. Like it's that defensive partnership, Doucouré and Allen, is a mad thing. No one's getting past those two. I think that obviously Sigurdsson as well. Obviously he's come out of nowhere and just he's moving like the Icelandic guy that we knew before that was at Tottenham. You know what I mean? And Swansea.
I think defensively they're good. Like Holgate, Godfrey, Michael Keane, Mina, Dean.
I don't rate Keane and Mina though. But I guess because of that defensive partnership.
I think they're solid. I think they're solid. But I like Holgate. I'm a big fan of Holgate. You know.
Yeah, Holgate's solid. He's hard. I like him.
Yeah, even
he could be a future England centre back or right back.
Definitely. He's got everything.
Agree. I just feel like obviously, you say Keane and Mina are solid. I just don't agree. I feel like it's that defensive partnership is allowing them two not to be exposed at the back. Mina, it turns like a fireman's truck. You got Keane.
He's like Colombian Maguire.
Bruv, exactly. You got Keane. He just moves like.
But they got one of the best. They got one of the best left backs though in the Premier League, I think.
Digne.
Yeah, Digne is hard. Yeah,
he's good. He's very
definitely
good.
Digne or however you say that.
They got a penalty. Yeah.
Who?
Real Sociedad.
Alright, so 6th Liverpool, 5th Everton, top 4 now, Champions League spots. I don't know. I didn't put them in this position. I didn't vote for them in this position.
Right, you don't care what you think, mate. I'm joking.
Alright, so somehow Chelsea snuck in at 4th.
It's 4th, is that it? Flip it now, bro.
Yeah.
I got them into 3rd. It makes you feel better. I think I got them into 3rd.
I got them 2nd, but
yeah.
It's only 6 points. Like when it comes to this weekend, we'll see innit.
No, we'll see. It's a big weekend, so we'll see. Maybe I might have to just rethink things, innit?
I think we'll see. I feel like we've got.
We'll see.
Can I just say, Gomes asked me after we submitted our teams if he can make changes after the matches.
But can I say who the changes were for? Can I just say it wasn't Chelsea? It was Everton and Leicester because I was so torn between them two. Like I put Leicester into 5th and Everton into 4th. Sorry, I think I did that. Yeah, but then I thought, you know what? Let me replace that. But then I don't know, man. It's too hard because Leicester, I think. They've been consistent, but I look at last season, innit, where they just kind of fell off.
We're talking about
a lot of injuries.
We're talking about Chelsea right now, don't it? Before let's not jump.
Okay, yeah, Chelsea. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess we've talked about Chelsea a little bit, but like, I just think we just know. So,
what you think they're getting Champions League spot? You think they're?
I think so. Yeah, I think they will.
You think so? I don't think they will.
They got squad. They got a big enough squad where they can switch things up.
That's the Arsenal hate coming out of him, Gomes. Don't listen to him, bruv. Arsenal are rent-free. Chelsea are rent-free in Arsenal fans' heads, mate.
Every time I've seen you play, I don't think you've looked good.
No, we haven't. But should that tell you something? Should that tell you something, bro? That should tell you something.
The wheels are going to fall off soon, innit?
You wish. You wish. Bro, I'm telling you, like, Chelsea, this is what we do, innit? It's annoying. And even sometimes I hate watching us do this, but somehow we're like Germans. Like how Germans play football.
All right, let's move on. Top 3. 3rd place was Leicester. I personally would have put them second. No, third. I think third. Yeah, I think third. Right.
I think third or fourth. Yeah.
They do normally capitulate at some part of the season.
This is it. Exactly. That's why I think they won't. And Brendan Rodgers knows how to do that a lot as well. He's got previous with Liverpool, like nearly.
And then fall off.
What I don't understand is that, no disrespect to Leicester, but how have none of the big teams ever not taking a chance of signing Vardy? Like, I'm talking about even like 3-4 years ago.
Arsenal tried to.
Yeah, but you never really. Yeah, but you didn't end up signing him at the end. I just don't get how this guy's never gone to like. Because for me,
because he loves Leicester, innit? Like, he's broken records with them.
I would have loved him at United. He would have got so many goals.
That's the mistake some players make, though. Like, they go to Liverpool's, they go to United's, they think that, like Zaha, they what? He had to think. He thought he needed to go to United to be a sick player. You don't have to be. Sometimes they're poison. Like United and them not poison chalices. Exactly. Yeah. Certain clubs are poison chalices for certain players. Look at Moise Kean, who went to Everton. Like, you know what I mean? Now he's at PSG slapping up goals, beating up Barcelona. Anyway.
Yeah, true. Do you rate a player more for doing that, for like staying at a club rather than trying to make a big move? Or do you think
100%. I'm for the small guys, man.
Sometimes you do need that, to play with the next level of players to also push yourself on that. It works both ways.
Yeah.
Staying in the same team for too long can make you stagnate as well. Like, you might be the best in a big fish in a small pond, and when you go to the next pond, you grow as well, innit? You know what I mean?
What I would say about Leicester is, like, even I look at their midfield as well. Like, it's almost just as good as any of the other teams in the top four.
Yeah, that's why they're top four. That's why they're top Tielemans,
Ndidi, Tielemans, Maddison. Yeah.
Harvey Barnes. Their team is sick. Their team is solid. Yeah.
Fofana at the back, I guess. But yeah.
They got that Soyuncu. They got Ricardo Pereira.
Ricardo's barely just come up from injury as well. Like, he hasn't featured. When I saw him play the other day, I was like, I haven't seen this guy at least since last season.
As soon as he played, he looked sick as well. Like, as soon as he's back on the pitch, he's sick.
He's got a run of games in now, man. I even seen him like up front, like against Leicester. Like slapping up top bins. I'm thinking,
so I think Leicester. I think deservedly third, possibly. Well, for me anyway. And then the top two. So obviously we've only got the Manchester teams left, and it was obviously City first, United second. That was the same. Everyone voted City first, except for Chrissy, and done United first. He's been saying it since the beginning of the season.
He's sticking with it.
At least it's consistent,
Yeah, but I don't think it's happening. I don't think City's gonna lose that many games for them to be able to catch them. And even if they want the rest of their games for the rest of the season, like, City has to lose a lot.
When I looked at City play yesterday, I was watching their game yesterday, and they made everything look so simple. And even like a short pass, I'm looking at and I'm thinking, shit, we haven't got players who can make those sort of passes. They just look unbeatable, man.
And they got players on their bench, so they just bring one and you're like, oh shit, like they just bring Mahrez on, he just comes and does madnesses. They bring one like Aguero, like whoever they bring on is someone that's doing something. Like Gundogan, look at Gundogan this season, he's been mad for them.
But you rated him before. Let's not lie.
Yeah,
he's a great player.
I didn't know he had this goal scoring in him. All of a sudden, his goal scoring's come out of him now.
At Dortmund, he's a goal scoring player. He's just because his injuries, bro. Like, his knees are made of cheese, isn't it? Like they're really dunkers. You know what I mean? But he's that guy. Even German, like, he's in the German team for a reason, isn't it? Like, he's a silky player that can actually assist. He's a centre attacking midfield. I just remember the team at Dortmund was him. Gundogan, when they had Smeltzer at the back. Who was in the midfield?
Yeah, Dortmund at the back. What's it called?
Kagawa,
Kagawa, Gundogan.
Yeah. What did twins called?
Royce.
The Benders.
And the Lewandowski on top, didn't they?
Bro, that Dortmund team, so that's when I loved Dortmund, like when they had Subotic at the back, Wiedenfeller in the goal. But Dortmund was my FIFA team.
Then they used to have Socrates, ex-Arsenal.
Dortmund! Royce on the left.
Yeah. Did Hummels play for them? Did Matt Hummels play for them?
Yeah, Hummels and Götze. Hummels and Götze.
Yeah, they had a live team.
Mad.
Bro, guess when Gundogan was on form, like, so this doesn't surprise me, innit?
Yeah, it's true. Lewandowski and Aubameyang, like, how can you have them now on your team? That's too much.
That Dortmund team was actually one for the ages, bro.
Yeah, it's true.
Even I look at Diaz here, and Diaz has made Laporte feel like he's not even the main guy anymore in the defense.
True.
He's not. Ruben Diaz is sick. He is wavy.
Yeah,
he's actually cold. He's a leader. He's what City needed, isn't it? They needed that leading centre back. They had Laporte and they had Stones and then these other who else did they have? They picked Carl Walker in the back, I guess.
Fernandinho was there as well, innit? Don't know.
Yeah, so they needed him, and he's come in, and now look. At that point, I think he hadn't really played too much. And they were like what? Like languishing at like 8th, 9th. Everyone even forgot about them. Yeah, everyone literally forgot to even
me.
Their predictions.
I was one of them. I was like, City done, they're done. But then after
couple games later, that's what everyone's saying. But any team though, a couple games later, you win 10 games in a row, you're flying, you're up there at 30 points. Like, you know what I mean? And right now the table's so tight. Any of these teams can do that. Like any team, I reckon, can do that.
Who's beating City next? Who's beating them?
I don't know who's beating them this
season. Who's beating them next in the league is what I'm saying.
Well, we got to put
money on anyone. I would rather put money on them not losing the game for the rest of the season.
No, relax.
I can see them drawing, but I can't see them losing to anyone. Who?
They're losing a game, bro.
To who?
So they've got West Ham, Wolves, United, Southampton, Fulham, Mönchengladbach, Everton, Leicester, Leeds, Villa, Tottenham, Palace, Chelsea. That's not easy.
They could lose any of them, but they won't.
You got City in the last game. You got City in the last game of the season.
No. I didn't mention the last three. Okay. They got Newcastle, Brighton, and Everton, innit?
Oh, okay, yeah. No,
really hard running. The end.
To be honest, I don't even want to think about how many points they can win it, because I'm saying that what Man United is, even if we finish second, if we finish second but 15, 20 points adrift, that's not progress for me, because we've done that already. We finished second under Mourinho.
Yeah.
And winning a trophy under him that season when we were at 20 points adrift. We have to make sure that we make sure we're at least less than 10 points, if that.
So if you're saying if it's 15-point gap again, you're saying Solskjaer out?
I'm not going to say Solskjaer out straight away. I wouldn't say that straight away.
That's another season when
because I don't. For me, I definitely think, depending on how the season goes, if for example, if we finish in the top 4 and not win a trophy and we're like far away from City, for me that's not a good enough season. I would give Solskjaer another year to see what he can do, but I think winning a trophy is so important, man. Like, you can't look at all the other previous managers, Van Gaal, Mourinho. They've got that on them that they've won something. I think the Europa League and the FA Cup's vital. I just don't think finishing top 4 is enough.
Yeah, no, I do hear that. But if you don't win anything this season, do you reckon Bruno Fernandes, for example, is going to want to stay around? If you do, say you know what, third or fourth, and you don't,
he wants to win. He wants to win.
Yeah, he's a winner. For me, I don't think you can tell he loves United, yeah. But I don't think he's a player who's just going to stay because he has some sentiment towards the club. For me, Barcelona could want to sign him, he would go. I'm not saying he'll go next season, but he could go in the future. He's still young.
Why would he say that he loves United then if you just bounce like that? That's not really love.
You can love a club, but emotion only goes a certain way. You can love a club. Ronaldo loved United. He still does, but he left. True. You got to do what's good for your career, innit? For me, it's I think I can't see him going next season, but he's still young. He's still quite young. People forget.
Yeah, how old is he? What, 26, 25?
No, he's younger. I think he's 24. I think he's
Bruno.
Yeah. Let me check. I think he's in his early 20s, mid-20s.
He just looks old then.
He's still got years in him. Yeah, when he's 27, 28, that's when he'll be obviously
in his prime.
Peak. Yeah.
Who do you reckon he's going to be at United then though? 27, 28 years old in his prime. What do you think he's going to be at, a Barcelona or a Real Madrid?
Or where I think Bruno will be at. It all depends on how much ambition he shows.
And he's 26. Where are you getting 24 from, bro? He's
26. Okay, my bad. I've got it wrong. He's still young. Okay.
You saw the stat and you still liked. You liked. Go me.
No, I didn't know he was 26. I thought he was 25. Or something like that. Okay, but still look, that still gives him another year or two to move if he wants to. But I think if we really want to keep him, we need to show that we actually want to. Yeah, we want to.
You don't need to show it.
Be more ambitious.
Do it. You can't just be saying again, we're closing their gap on City. We're closing their gap on City.
See, one of the things I always say. One of the things I always say, when Wayne Rooney wanted, I remember back 10 years back, he wanted to leave, right? He put in a transfer request because his words were, we weren't showing ambition. And I don't disagree with him on that, because we ended up selling Ronaldo and signing Valencia, Michael Owen and Overton. And for me, in Rooney's head, he's thinking Overton, why are you selling I mean, like, why are you selling this guy and bringing these three in? Like, it didn't make any sense. And obviously, I understand him questioning the ambition, of the club at the time, even though we ended up winning Premier League titles after that. But ambition's an important thing, and
yeah. Yeah, no, it is. Well, yeah, like that was our predictions for the top 20. What, you not gonna add any words to what we predict?
Yeah, I can't wait to prove
I've just got
wrong.
a stat here. Just got a stat here. I was just reading about Chelsea earlier. That was Thomas Tuchel. Apparently, he's going to be handed a war chest topping 260 million.
A war chest?
This is a quote. This is a direct quote. To build a team capable of winning trophies again. Apparently, in this lineup, we've got Haaland, Kessie, Oblak, and Nicolas Sula.
Oh, that'll be what, the whole German team, yeah?
Basically, obviously, Rudiger at the back here, Silva, Alonso left, Kovacic, Mount, Werner, and James. This is what someone thinks.
Someone on the production team is saying Haaland's going to City. Why are you going to City when he got a Norwegian manager at United?
He's got affiliation with City, though. Isn't he? Has he not got affiliation with City? Or is it Leeds?
Yeah, he was from Leeds.
His dad
played for Leeds.
His old man played for City.
Leeds.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Gomes. His old man played for City, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. That's the affiliation.
Haaland. I thought that played for
Mate, Roy Keane demolished his leg.
Yeah, it was the Leeds.
Well,
Let's check this.
Haaland's dad played for Leeds. And
that's what Haaland
played for City. He played for City as well. I think he played for City.
Gomes is on to something.
Isn't that the player
he played for City and Leeds, isn't it? He played for Nottingham, Leeds, and City. So we're all right.
Right, cool. Alright, I allow you. You can have ties with them, but he was born in Leeds, so obviously he's got more ties with Leeds than City. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, the injury he gave was to Haaland. I think that was his dad. That injury.
Yeah, but then that was affiliated with City, though, isn't it? Exactly.
Yeah.
So he could go to City because of that. But I mean,
yeah. So there's no Chelsea in the equation, and where's Chelsea coming from?
We're in the equation because we've got a German manager, we've got money, and the release clause is 60.
But you've always had money. You had money under Frank as well, and you brought in all your own players. So you've always had money. It's nothing new. But actually, to be fair, you weren't that busy in transfer window last couple of years before last year.
No, but that's
the transfer ban and
our bidding power goes there, innit? Once a club knows we've got an X amount of money, we're able to pay like we were saying in our first episode, and that's probably what Dortmund could look at. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. If they got a release clause, you have to you pay that. It's done. They can't ask you for more money than that.
Oh, is it? Okay, fair enough. It depends on the player then, isn't it, really?
Yeah, literally, if they got a release clause in it, then if you just pay that piece, they got accepted and it's done.
Depends on the player then, isn't it? Depends on what his ambitions are.
Before we finish here, what's just quick score prediction for Saturday, Chelsea United, Timmy? What do you think? What are you saying?
Well, the day's wrong. 1.
Oh, Sunday, my bad, Sunday. Sorry, I forgot. We're in the Europa League, innit? That's why we're playing Sunday, innit? I keep forgetting, man. I'm too used to playing on Saturday. 0-0 still.
Then they didn't score the penalty?
No, they missed it.
Wow. I think the score's going to be 3-1 Chelsea.
Ooh, 3-1, yeah?
3-1 or 3-2.
What are you saying, guys?
Sure, I'm going to say 2-1 United, man. 2-1 United. Dan James to score. Dan James. 2-1 United.
Yeah. You don't even play anymore, does he? He's retired.
He's a bit on form.
He's on form, mate.
But yeah.
Joking, that's your guy, Gomes. All right, cool. Well, yeah, let me wrap this up. Thanks everyone for listening. That's been our team predictions for the rest of this season. Let us know what you think, of everyone's individual picks and the overall league. And we'll do a recap episode at the end of this season to see how far off we were. Thanks for listening. Can you last 90 minutes? Peace.